A lot of people think that most of the border between India and Pakistan was determined by the Radcliffe Line, but did you know at the time of partition, around 80% of the border was to be determined by princely states? When the plans for partition were drafted in early June, around 560 independent states were left with the impossible question of whether they should join India or Pakistan or fight for their own independence. Hundreds of kingdoms ruled by Maharajas, Nizams, Nawabs who had their own treaties with the British, and when the British left, those contracts ended, which meant that the map was completely open. Hyderabad wanted independence, Bhopal hesitated, Kashmir had not decided, and ultimately never got to. It wasn't just internal chaos, because there were rumors that even France and the United States were ready to recognize Hyderabad as an independent nation. And it's really interesting to see that it kind of became a wrestling match between Jinnah and a man named Sardar Patel and VP Menon. And it's actually crazy to think that the border between India and Pakistan was only determined by 4 states: Bikaner, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, and Kutch. If India could get these 4 princely states to accede before August 15th, it would create a wall from Punjab down to Gujarat, cutting Pakistan off from most of the other princely states. Which means that a lot of India's popular tourist destinations today, the blue city of Jodhpur, the golden dunes of Jaisalmer, could have very nearly gone the other way and been a part of Pakistan. So what exactly happened, and why did they choose one over the other? According to one famous account, Jinnah made the Maharaja of Jodhpur a very interesting offer. He handed him a sheet of paper that was blank and said, "You write the conditions for joining Pakistan." The Maharaja of Jodhpur was only 24 years old, and he turned to the ruler of Jaisalmer for advice. And Jaisalmer said he would only agree on one condition: if there was ever a conflict between Hindus and Muslims, he wouldn't side with Muslims against Hindus. And just as Jodhpur was about to sign the papers, one of his advisors whispered in his ear. He said, "Your Highness, before you sign, you have to ask your mother." So he returned to Jodhpur and he talked to his mother and his guru, both of which urged him not to join Pakistan. Mountbatten also pushed him towards India, which ultimately convinced him. And on August 11th, 1947, he signed the instrument of accession towards India. And him signing that kind of caused a domino effect. After Jodhpur joined India, Jaisalmer and Kutch followed, and that closed off the possibility of a much larger Pakistan. And as you can see on the map, the possibility of all these small princely states ever even considering joining Pakistan was geographically just not logical or possible. It was a series of bargains, and a lot of people look at it as if it was inevitable, when in reality, we were one signature away from having the subcontinent look completely different.